the pipeline. Pipeline, capture the flag. I have no idea how to play this game mode. None. No clue. I know that there's a flag here. And it looks a lot like the capture points in Conquest Domination, doesn't it? And I guess these people want to capture this flag. So I guess I'm playing defense now. I don't freaking know. It's a 64-player server, which I don't know if that's a good idea either. I suspect, I have a hunch that like Rush, Capture the Flag, might be more balanced for smaller teams. But I don't actually know that for sure. Nope. I don't want to... Okay. You guys go then. That looks cozy. I'll hold up on a bike. I guess it's first to 3 captures wins, and we already have 1. And there's also a time limit that's currently saying 8 minutes. Okay then. I don't know. I don't freaking know, guys. I don't know. Let's go out here and see what happens. Oh, there's some enemies. What? That was a new noise. Does that mean like that someone grabbed a flag? Let's have a look at the map. This map is definitely a lot smaller than the 64-player Conquest version, so I suspect this game mode might be balanced for closer to 32 players. But as usual, balance doesn't really mean anything, so let's just go with 64 for now. You never know until you try it. It's kind of weird that they don't have like a recommended, like, you know, Rush recommended for 24 players or whatever. Capture the flag, yes! Do it! Again, with the silence, me trying to figure out something to say to either like, whoop. Hey, that's the sound. That's neat. New sound effects in Battlefield. When was the last time you heard a completely new interface sound? Like, well, the launch of the game. That was the last time they had a new game mode that required new sounds. So a crazy thing, which is contrary to a lot of other games, is that you can be in a vehicle while you have a flag. I think you can actually even drive a vehicle while you have the flag. Because, you know, in a lot of other games that would have capture the flag in vehicles, like Unreal Champion, Unreal Turn, I don't know. But in a lot of cases, you know, they want to... In capture the flag games, the designers want to hinder the mobility of the person with the flag to make him easier to chase. Which usually if there's vehicles involved, means that the flag carrier cannot... Oh, Halo! Halo is what I'm thinking of. In Halo, capture the flag carrier cannot use vehicles without dropping the flag. He also cannot shoot without dropping the flag. He's just holding the flag as if it were a weapon. And he can't use anything else while he's holding the flag, you know, so it would be possible to get on a mongoose or something. But you can't drive it yourself. But I don't think that's the case in this game. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out, I suppose. Nosferatu. That's a good name, dude. That's a classic right there. A filthy classic. Okay, so this is hectic so far. I like it because the map is so much smaller than it should be. And there's still so many people on it that it's just run in a straight line, find a bunch of people and die. That's honestly a weakness I find in a lot of Battlefield 3's maps that 2042 didn't have that problem. Is that some of the maps are too open. You know, some of the maps are obviously not, like friggin' Metro and Double Peak. But some of the maps just feel like... You may just have gotten an assignment. Expert hijack. But, you know, in a lot of cases I kind of wish that, like, you know, in... like Suez Canal in 2142 was pretty much a straight line of objectives in Conquest. Not in Titan, but in Conquest. I'm not getting on that. It's smoking. That's dangerous. It's not good for the environment. Whoa. this is kind of crazy. Well, yeah, Suez Canal in 242 was one of the larger maps in the game, but all the flags were pretty much laid out in a straight line. Except for the last two, I think. So like the map was still huge. You still had the freedom of going for any given flag that you wanted, because it was big enough that you could just circumvent one flag to get to the one behind it. But the shortest way from flag to flag was to go in a line, meaning that there was always one ideal front line, so to speak, where the majority of all players on both teams would always be around a specific flag, which is the one that is currently being contested, because, you know, it's a straight line. But there was still the freedom to try to circumvent that and take a fast vehicle and drive around and capture the ones behind it and such things. And I don't feel like this game really has any maps that work that way. There's some cases here and there, sure, but nothing that extreme, really. So you never really have that front line, which is, I think, a real shame, because that was one of the cooler things about games, is stuff that happens when they just do it. What are you doing, dude? Okay, well, you looked weird at me, somehow I'm gonna run away. This is interesting. This is, you know what? This is our base. This right here is our base. You don't have a base anywhere else in Battlefield 3. That's also something I missed from 242. I've talked about it before. You had bases in that game, just like in BF2. You had a home base that you had to defend from the enemy. That's not the case, because, you know, to prevent spawn camping, they made it so that you can be in the enemy's base. So it doesn't really feel like a home base, it's just, here's a place where I spawn that the enemy can't get to. You never have to defend the base. Oh, jeez. Seems like Dubstep Sandwich may have found a bug or something. I don't know. Names are funny. Javelins are scary. You ever see one of those things fire in real life? They're freaking terrifying. Yeah, I get such powerful 2042 flashbacks from this map. Oh, no, don't shoot me. I'm swerving so that you cannot shoot me. Oh, I was gonna say, I know for a fact that there's mines further up, so I'm probably gonna jump off soon, but nope. I like the sound. The dirt bike sound is very authentic. The way it sounds when they fly by. So yeah, the whole finding out the mechanics of CTF thing it's not really gonna work here on this map with this player number. There's just, everyone's just so defensive. It's impossible to get into the enemy base. We were in there for a while. I guess someone just... Okay, that's some fancy noises right there. So if I remember correctly, in order to pick up the flag, you obviously just run over it. And if you get killed, the flag is dropped. If you then... if a teammate of yours then runs up to try to get the flag, they also just have to run over it in order to pick it up. Like it works in like Halo or Tribes or whatever. Oh, time's running out. Such a short match. But if the enemy wants to return it, they have to stand around it and sort of capture it, like in Conquest. And the more players there are there, the faster it is to retrieve it to the base. But then, of course, when the time runs out, it works as expected in a CTF game, and it just teleports back. But I thought that was an interesting twist, to make it so that you cannot instantly retrieve your flag just by touching it. That's not something I'm sure I've seen before in a CTF game. Maybe there's probably some game that does it like that, but nothing that I've played. But it's not like we're gonna get to see that in action this match. Yeah, assaulting a base, an actual base, not just a random flag of many, and trying to get in far enough to get a flag out, that's gonna take some real coordination and teamwork. Ah, that's a weird noise. It's super duper super ultra quick 8 minutes something look at capture the flag on pipeline, whatever. It's this map. I'll probably look at one more for today, and then I'm gonna have to stop recording because I don't think I have enough disk space to keep going. Oh, that's what the ribbon looks like. That's interesting. Cool. Yeah, some ribbons. Those are always fun. Scar Spangled Banner. Let's see what... That's just win around the CTF, capture 2 flags, and return 5 flags. That sounds like it's gonna be pretty hard.